What is the stupidest thing you've heard someone say that they were 100% serious about? At one of my first jobs as a graphic designer, a client called me into his office and pulled up a photo he took. He then asked me if I could turn it around. No, not rotate it, but turn the viewpoint around. He wanted to see what was behind the camera when he originally took the photo. God, I have so many stories from that job. A guy I work with said that a football referee runs over the distance of a marathon during a game. I pointed out that a football game was only 90 minutes long and that the marathon record was just over 2 hours, so that would be impossible. He said it was possible, because a football referee changes direction a lot during a game, and it all adds up. Yeah bro, it says carbonated because they removed the carbs while standing in line at a drugstore. Best eavesdrop of my life. Can you email me back the PDF I emailed you? It's my only copy. A professor in college refused to give back our tests because you should know what you did wrong. If I don't finish all my eggs within 2 weeks, I throw them out. I don't want the light in the fridge to make them hatch. You know those eggs aren't fertilized, right? And also the light goes off when you close the door. Huh? Someone I know argued with me that I do not live anywhere near Canada. He got pretty nasty about it too. When I showed him proof, he said, well, I only know Texas. I live right outside of Detroit, Michigan. Closer to Canada than I am to any other state. I have also had a few people argue with me that I do not live in the Eastern time zone. I guess they know better than someone who actually lives here. I was stationed in Germany in the late 80s to 90s. Every Thanksgiving multiple dudes would be perplexed as to why the Germans didn't celebrate. A dude once told me he was excited to celebrate the 4th with the Germans and asked if they did fireworks. I love you my brothers, but some of you are dumb. How can Hawaii and Alaska have such different temperatures when they are right next to each other on the map? A guide dog's job is to drive the car for the blind person. 20 years later, and she'll still argue the point. When I was a kid, and on and off when I was older, until after it was decommissioned, my dad worked at a nuclear power plant. I was mentioning this to a college-aged coworker at one point. I think I was telling a story about take your daughter to work day, or something, and coworker stops me. Wait, those are really real? I stopped talking, at a loss for words. I then had her repeat what she wanted to know. Nuclear power plants are actually real things? I thought they were made up for like The Simpsons. Her, where are you from? Me, I was born in Athens, Greece. Her, blank look. Really? Me, yes, why? Her, I thought Greece was a myth, like Hercules / true story. Blueberry muffins you buy pre-made don't have any blueberries in them. Blueberries cost too much. They dye bees blue because they have the same texture and use them. He has explained it to multiple people multiple times. That ceiling fan dust was the cause of cancer. Like cancer actually did not exist until ceiling fans collected dust and it fell off. My sister's friend, after meeting my fiancé for the first time, where is she from? Me, she was born here in the States, but she's Cambodian. Her, oh my god. You can't be with her, they eat people. Me, long blank stare, I think you're thinking of cannibals? Her, long blank stare, what's the difference? Same woman was shocked to find out we believed in space. As in the planets and stars and galaxies. She thought half the sky was light and half the sky was dark, and the planet spinning inside the atmosphere is why we had night and day, and that there was nothing else out there. By far the dumbest person I've ever met. I have so many more stories about her. How do we know it wasn't just ostriches on the radar that triggered Pearl Harbor? My dude. What? If Earth is spinning, then why my front door is always facing east? Once had someone tried to sell me the theory that the moon is a hologram made by the government to trick people. Back during the mosque shooting in New Zealand and the government there were trying to ban guns, my coworker said that they can't do that since it violates the American Second Amendment. I work in construction and my rigger told me he doesn't believe in gravity. With 100% seriousness, mind you, his job is to rig tens of thousands of pounds of steel so it doesn't fall when moving it with a crane. Edit, steel. Fish aren't animals, they're mammals. Women have 6 ovaries, my 46-year-old sister. You have to understand, I'm not a vibrational match for car accidents, so we'll be safer if I drive. Got into an argument with a guy that thought limes were unripe lemons. He had so much conviction that by the end I was beginning to question my own knowledge. That's how they get ya. They didn't think dinosaurs were actually real, just a tale/legend like dragons and unicorns. I thought they were making a joke for a moment. I work for a cell phone company, and someone seriously thought that 5G towers were causing and distributing COVID. I was extremely surprised that once I explained cell phone towers aren't creating extremely specific biological matter and distributing them through radio waves to your face, they actually understood how crazy that sounded. That the government intentionally blew up the Space Shuttle Challenger. This guy spent like an hour trying to explain what the government would gain from that when I asked him. It made no sense. First, he tried to say that they did it for the $100 million people donated to the families. Like, dude, it costs way more than that to build and launch a space shuttle. I can appreciate a good, well-thought-out conspiracy theory, but the first thing I need to know is what they gained from it. If you can't answer that, your conspiracy theory is dumb. Confession, it was me. When I was 18, my brother introduced me to his girlfriend, who was from New Zealand. I told her that her English was very good. On the way to NYC with a friend, she said, "OMG, I can't wait to see the Eiffel Tower. I'm so excited."